Hello everyone, my name is Radzinsky and this is my Awesmenauts PC review. I've played this game for about 15 hours since the day of release, which was the 1st of August, and I think that's enough time to give a sort of a opinion about the game. The game is a 3-on-3 action platformer multiplayer online battle arena. The gameplay footage on the background is not related to the review, it's just to give a general picture of the game and to support what I am talking about. So let's start off with the things that I enjoy in the game. This game has a story which is pretty unique for a primarily multiplayer designed game. You don't see that many multiplayer games with a story, in my opinion. The cartoony graphic style is nice and fitting. It doesn't make the game feel and look too serious. Soundtrack is great, it fits the game perfectly and adds a very good rhythm for the game. Character music is absolutely amazing and contributes to the overall feel of the game. Characters all have unique music that gives a general description of their background. Every character has its positive and negative sides that are learned while in game. Availability of practice mode makes it much easier to learn, but I prefer learning it by battling against other players. Character loadouts are customizable. These add different abilities to the skills. Upgrades are bought through the shop in-game. So far as I can tell, no character is countered by other character, which makes the game a bit more challenging. Character voices and taunts are absolutely hilarious. The gameplay for this type of game is pretty standard. I think this game could be played competitively. The map design. Maps have pretty much the same amount of turrets, give or take one. There are only 2 lanes where droids travel and a good sized quote-unquote jungle for players to have a decent amount of PvP. And now let's move on to the negative bits. First one is not directly related to the gameplay. It is the ping-o-meter, as I call it. The values it shows are completely wrong, as far as I can see. I asked a couple of people, their ping value being about 160 and going up, in a game with me being the host, if it was laggy for them. And the answer was no. And why does my ping always show 0 even when I am not the host of the game? My second complaint is related to the upgrade shop, and this is most noticeable in the first few hours of the game. I could not understand whether the upgrade I bought was applied to the character, because the numbers on the top of the description would show the amount of upgrades I will have after I purchase it. Also, the character level, does it show how many upgrades are bought? is it affected by the droid and player kills? That is what is still puzzling me.
An ally has been killed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off!
And now we move on to suggestions. Of course, we're going to start with the available, well, possible fixes for the problems I've stated earlier. For the pingometer, make the ping values calculated always related to the host and not the player. For example, host of the game has 0 ping, the player who has connected has a ping value. For the upgrade store, replace the numbers with a bar on the shop icon or the top of the description, showing how many upgrades I have and how many I will have. The amount of upgrades I have should be in dark green, and the possible amount of upgrades that I can have should be in light green. Now we move on to suggestions that I came up with. There could be more maps added, one of them only having 2 attack lanes with just 1 turret defending the base, as a challenge for those players who prefer a fast-paced game, and a very large map with at least 3 turrets in each lane and 2 turrets defending the base, or a map with 3 lanes with 2 turrets on each of them for a more slow-paced action. For a bit more challenge to all the hardcore gamers, a new game mode would be a very interesting addition. In this game mode, the player does not have the ability to buy the upgrades, but the upgrades are given to him at random and all cost exactly the same. Also, it would be possible to make a map editor that would let the community make their own maps and share it with others through Steam Workshop. So my conclusion is, considering that I was not a big fan of any MOBA before this game came out, I like this game. It is a well made from the start game. It's not very demanding in terms of system to run it, and it's fun to play. Looking forward to all the content that is going to be added. I'm definitely recommending to buy this game to anyone who's still thinking of whether to buy it or not. The price isn't that steep, and the amount of fun that you get from the game is absolutely tremendous. So thanks for watching. This is my first review of the game, so any suggestions for future reviews, leave them in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and you have a nice time of the day. Goodbye.